Today I'm just going to do a quick review of the Givenchy Medium Antigona in Pearl Grey. So I picked this up a couple of weeks ago in Harrods in London. I'm really excited to have one because the medium has been just selling out like crazy. So I'm really lucky that I managed to nab one and I'm so happy about it. I'm going to start by saying I love this bag. I love it. I've loved it for a long time. Now I own it. I love it even more. I've been obsessed with the dark grey Antigona for years. They stopped selling it a long time ago and they never re-released it. And then when I saw this one in the lighter pearl grey, I just thought that it's just as gorgeous. You know, I think it's maybe even nicer than the dark grey from yesteryear. So the first thing I'm going to say about this bag is, and you'll have seen this if you've been watching other reviews as well, is it's heavy. The medium, it's a big bag. They call it a medium. There isn't a large that I'm aware of, so it's the large really. The small is a really nice size. I'm not as keen on the proportions. And they do a mini as well, which is kind of way smaller. The small's probably the most popular. A lot of people really like the small. A lot of people like the mini, but I definitely think that would be too small for me. This is perfect. I can use this for work, and I can use it for kind of short weekend travel. You can use it as an everyday bag. Absolutely, it's fantastic. So this is the goat leather. So it's got like this gorgeous matte texture, which I really love. It's got the silver hardware, so you can see the silver detailing on the strap and the zip and the brand mark in front here. Black lining, which is obviously lovely. It's got an inner zippy pocket, which is really deep. Like, I've got my hand inside here. The bottom is here. The bottom of the bag, the pocket goes all the way down. It's great. I did, when I used it this weekend to just do a short internal trip. I had an internal flight to London. I had my passport, my phone, my earphones in there, and I was really like rooting around to find them at one point, but I'm not complaining. You can't really have too many big pockets inside a bag. On the other side, there's two. You probably can't see just because it's so dark, but there's one here I can fit my hand in. Again, that's quite deep, but it goes maybe like 3/4 of the way down the bag in terms of depth. And then there's another slightly smaller one next to it, same depth, but I can't get the full width of my hand in there. But that's probably for a phone. So I have like a normal iPhone 6s that I can just squeeze in there when it's got its cover on. And maybe I should use the bigger one. Another really nice feature about this bag is the lining pulls out. So you can shake it out, clean it if you need to, which is really important. I literally have no idea how I always get crumbs in my handbags. I don't put food in them, I'm sure. There's always crumbs in the bottom of my handbags. So I really love it when you can shake them out. The one thing that everyone says about these bags is how good the zip is, and I have to say, couldn't agree more. That is just one solid, high quality zip. It's really satisfying to zip and unzip. The one kind of annoying thing is you have to battle through the handles to do and undo the zip, but I mean, I really don't mind. I'm dealing with it, it's not a problem. It's a great quality zip. The whole bag is really good quality. So the handle, it's thick, it's really strong, it's really sturdy. This is not a handle that's ever going to break. And I kind of just think that, you know, the whole bag's like that. It's really well made. So I'm going to show you how it looks on and how it works with the shoulder strap. So a lot of people, if you're watching other reviews, people who have the small, they're not so keen. But one of the problems with the small is the strap, because you'll see. So when I put the shoulder strap on, It's fine. The handles, they just sit perfectly under my arms. There's a couple of inches space here, so there's nothing annoying, nothing's digging in under my arm. The strap sits really nicely on the shoulder, and I can get my hand underneath to either take the weight if I want to, or kind of make sure that I'm just keeping it really neat and not hitting anyone. If you've got the small and you're watching the other reviews, you'll see that the strap is that much shorter, that the handles kind of really dig in under your arm here. And what people have to do is they have to push the bag behind them like this. And then you're going to like bump the bag around, you're going to hit people with the bag, they're not going to love you, it's not so perfect. The medium is absolutely perfect if you're using the shoulder strap, which I do because I went away for the weekend. I had a full weekend's worth of stuff in here, and it was really heavy, but carrying it with the strap, it's really not a problem. So the one thing, if you do use the strap, make sure you've got the bag zipped up. So it's really good bag. As I said, I had it absolutely chock full of weekend stuff, and when you're carrying it, it does not lose its shape. So when it's done up, if I push hard against these sides, they're not moving. The shape of the bag holds really, really well. If you've got the bag undone, definitely make sure you carry it using the handles, because if you use the strap, and if you've got any weight in it at all, you're going to see it starts to kind of lose its shape. Not a massive problem. I don't think it looks awful when the shape's not held so much, but like it's one of the features of the bag is the lovely shape, and also it's an investment piece. This isn't a cheap handbag, so you don't want to start bending it and kind of losing the shape. So just make sure, if you have to use the shoulder strap, keep it done up. So what else about this bag? On the bottom, you can see it's got two leather pads for feet. So traditionally on a handbag, you really commonly you'll get kind of little metal feet, which I like because you don't want to put your bag down, especially in a public place or on a dirty floor. And if you have to, you feel like metal feet are probably protecting it relatively well. I wouldn't want to put these down and get them wet or dirty, but at least it's got some feet, and actually they're very neat. Like the design's really pretty. And who loves these feet is my boyfriend, because if I ever put my bag on his car, not that I do that, it can't scratch it. So I guess that's a really good feature from a guy perspective, or if you're a girl who puts your bag on your own car by accident sometimes. So clearly I need to stop putting my bags on my boyfriend's car. Sorry boyfriend. But yeah, all in all, I love this bag. It's really strong. It's really well made. The weight is kind of just one of the, it's a result of having a really well made bag that's really good quality and nice and thick. If you're thinking about investing and you're not sure, I would just go for it. I mean, I love this bag. I can fit my MacBook Air 13-inch in here. So, I mean, that should give you an example of how big it is. It's absolutely brilliant for work. It's brilliant for a weekend away. And the colour, I just think this grey is gorgeous. It's going to be a little bit of maintenance in terms of keeping it clean compared to a black one, which, black bag just wouldn't show marks as much or scratches. But I just think this colour is going to be a really perfect colour for transitioning out of the fairly horrible UK winter that we've had and into spring and summer. It's just going to go with everything, and it's just perfect. I love it. It's beautiful, and it's I think it's a bit of a classic. So what I'm going to do is put some info in the description for the video. I'm going to do a bit about the weight as well. So just so you know, I did Google the weights of the small bags compared to the medium, and there's quite a big difference. And the other thing, I think, when I went into the store to have a look at the bags before I bought one, I picked up some of the different finishes. So they do obviously like the plain leather, they do the kind of shiny patent. Some of them have got the studding detail. And I think, and I can't be certain, but I feel like the goat leather was a little bit heavier. So if you are thinking about one of these, but you're a little bit worried about the size and weight, definitely go in, pick them all up, carry them around, kind of test out the shoulder straps for sure, see how they feel when you're carrying them using the strap and the handles. This is the perfect one for me. I couldn't be happier. So I'll pop all of that info in. I'll also put the size info in so that you can get some dimensions and compare. And if you've got any questions, just pop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. Thanks, guys.